People of the realm, across the narrow sea in the city of Bravos, the House of Black and White conducts its final test. A man knows that the first swords of the Sea Lord live still. Syrio Forel is back, alive and well.
Now we will begin the dance. Remember, child, this is not the dance of the Westeros we are learning. The Knight's dance. Hacking and hammering. This is the Bravos dance. The water dance. It is swift and sudden.
So way back in season 1 of HBO's Game of Thrones, Syrio Forel began to instruct Arya Stark in the ways of water dancing. Once her father's men had been slain and Ned lay wounded, Meryn Trant and Lannister guardsmen came for Arya. But brave Syrio stepped in their way and promptly bashed the Lannisters around their craniums with his wooden sword.
Are you men or snakes that you would threaten a child?
Get out of my way, little man.
I am Syrio Forel.
Foreign bastard.
And you will be speaking to me with more respect.
Now if I was a Lannister guardsman, I'd be bloody embarrassed by that. So up steps everyone's favourite kiddie fiddler, Meryn Trant, who quickly breaks Syrio's wooden sword, and then Arya turns to run. That's when the mystery truly begins.
You are fearing for your father, hmm? That is right. Do you pray to the gods?
The old and the new.
There is only one God, and his name is death. And there is only one thing we say to death. Not today.
There is only one God, and his name is death. And there is only one thing we say to death. Not today. In my last video, Arya the Waif, I surmised that the House of Black and White had been training Arya for some time, and that Syrio Forel could very well have been Jaqen H'ghar, just wearing a different face. Now it's clear that Syrio has qualified Arya to see if she was a susceptible candidate for the training of the Faceless Men, and so she could possibly become one of them in the future.
My father is hurt. I don't care about stupid wooden swords.
You are troubled.
Yes.
Good! Trouble is the perfect time for training. When you're dancing in the meadow with your dogs and kittens. This is not when fighting happens.
I don't like dolls and...
You're not here. You're with your trouble. If you're with your trouble when fighting happens, more trouble for you.
So both Syrio and Jaqen share the same views on death, and they speak with the same colloquialisms. Just so. Now that you're reminded of Syrio and my previous ramblings about him and Jaqen, allow me to show you the picture that has piqued my interest. Now here we see the Waif. Looks like she's still hunting down Arya Stark, but in the background we have a shadow of Syrio Forel. Now I want you to pay close attention to the man's height, his curly hair, and those shoulders. Now it's very similar to the outfit we saw him battle Meryn Trant in. The shoulders, the sleeves jutted out, the curly hair, it could only be this man. But then again, didn't we see him die? No, we didn't. We did not see him die. But we also didn't see Stannis the Manis die. So what is it I'm trying to say? Well, before you start, I want you to put that tinfoil hat away just for a small period of time. Stannis the Manis, well, that's a conversation for another time, but it would appear that Syrio Forel is very much alive and well, and has been all along. He just so happens he's been wearing a different face, the face of Jaqen H'ghar. Now, in a way, I feel like I've always known this, and Syrio has also told me how to check. So that begs a question. Why would Syrio return after all this time? Well, I think it's simply to wind up the Arya storyline with the Faceless Men, allow it to come full circle as she prepares to become no one, or as she chooses not to be. The Jaqen character may very well appear to die just to take on the Syrio mask again. After all men must die. Will Syrio save Arya from the waif, or is he merely just an observer? Is he back to perform the final test for the House of Black and White to see if Arya is worthy? If you still have some doubts, allow me to set your mind at ease. The picture you can see on your screen now clearly shows the waif, Arya, and a gentleman with curly hair. And unless Gendry has gone and got himself a perm, then I think it's safe to say this is Syrio. And finally, here's the actor himself spilling the beans on a UK talk show.
You know, Syrio has a strong relationship with the House of Black and White, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, no. Oh. No, I don't know. With Bravos, yes.
With Bravos,
yes.
Because he was the first sword, wasn't he? He was, yeah. So he was basically equivalent to the King's Guard. He led the King's Guard. He was the finest swordsman.
Just so.
Now the fires of theory grow cold for now, and as usual, let me know if you like these theory videos. Hit that like button and I'll be happy to make more. Don't be afraid. I'm the Northlander, and remember, you know nothing and neither do I.